the ball away to GI. GI's going to score. He's going to put another nail in the coffin, and the Goanna crawls down to the northern edge.
There was nothing on there. When something needed to happen, he just stood up in the big moments. And in rugby league terms, he's only a baby. He's still growing into his body. He's still understanding the game. But in terms of natural talent, and it's not fair to compare him to someone, but it's a clone of Greg Inglis. It's a clone. But
he's the only bloke with a fen as strong as Inglis has ever been.
Some players have just instinct and skills that are just out of this world.
I just can't wait to see him in 1 or 2 years' time.
Yeah, you know we gon' get it today, like I'm all on my...
You had Adam Goodes as any Australian of the Year ever stood out there and listened to that at that moment.
This might be a one-off, Mac. I don't think that'll happen again. On the greasy turf, and then Goodes! Awesome mark! Takes off. He is away and inspired. Barry Hall at half forward. That was one of the beautiful marks of the year.
What a grab by Big Goodsy.
Towed away. Goodes ties it even further. Collects his own ball. Runs inside 50. Get any better than that? I don't think so.
Just reaches down one hand, picks it up, and then a little spurt that all of a sudden took him 5 clear. But what a finish. That is a spectacular Nelly.
Out wide. Goodes is the target. Oh! Goodes! What about that mark? The Brownlow medal. That is classic.
Right here a vibe right now. I am too alive right.
Now the AFL is investigating another racist rant by a Collingwood fan during Friday night's Indigenous round against Sydney. It comes after a 13-year-old girl apologised to Swan star Adam Goodes for calling him, really sledging him. I'm not going to repeat it here.
I was gobsmacked in awe of just the way he carried himself on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why he's a statesman. That's why he's a leader. The 13-year-old hopefully will learn, will be educated. I think it's a great move by the Victorian government, Beck, that they're going to bring this into their curriculum, that education, that this language is simply unacceptable. But for the 13-year-old, if I was the mum or dad, I'd be banned.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty gutted, to be honest. The win, the first of its kind in 13 years, to win by 47 points against Collingwood, to play such a pivotal role, it just sort of means nothing. To come to the boundary line and to hear a 13-year-old girl call me an ape, and it's not the first time on a footy field I've been referred to as a monkey or an ape. It was shattering. I turned around, and when I saw it was a young girl, and I thought it was 14, that was my initial thought. I was just like, really? I was just like, how could that happen?
Is considering a retirement from the AFL sooner rather than later because he's sick of being booed by the fans. We're talking this is happening over a couple of years now. It's not just over a weekend. Ross, this is a legend of the game. This is an Australian of the year. Yep. And are we going to let this guy walk out of the game? And if he walks, every time a new player comes in we don't like, should we just boo them out of the game?
Been chasing dreams, but I never slept.
Hawthorn rolling the dice. Away we go. Did very well in slipstream there. Kennedy defends with the line. Rides it towards the other side.
That's when they bury you in the grave. And the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people? Or did I do it all for...
So it's Adam's fault that people boo him. I mean, and after a 17-year career, he has to change the way he plays the game. I mean, give me a break. He hasn't been booed for 17 years, has he? It's been picking up over the last couple of years. He's a proud Indigenous man that called out racism.
I'll tell you what gets me. The Swans' position on this matter is very clear. You cannot be a little bit racist. Paying $30 to come to a game of football does not give somebody the right to humiliate, to taunt, to bully, to racially vilify anybody, and we will not...
Could I just speak to the tormented Adam Goodes? Could I just give him some advice? I know he'd love to take some advice from me.
Sure he would.
Contrary to opinion, people are not booing you, Adam, because you're an Aboriginal. They're booing you because you're acting like a jerk. And the just a minute. I don't, no offence at all at what he did on the weekend, but the AFL should have said it's not helpful, Adam, inciting people in the crowd who, some of them are partially educated, provoking them to sling invective at you, and some of it will be unsavoury.
This online. Is he a sook?
Roar of the weekend, well, it was Indigenous round, and a man who's proud of his Aboriginal heritage demonstrated that for all the football world to see, and instead of being a celebration, it became a bitterly divisive issue.
It had to be towards opposition and say, here I am, take me as I am. And, you know, you guys can cheer, boo, whatever, but take this for what it is.
I've never seen that before, and I don't think we ever want to see it again, to be perfectly honest, regardless of what it is.
It's not great. I understand he's very proud of his heritage and where he's from, and that's fine, but I don't really like to see this.
Just a little bit of inspired from the under-16 Boomerang kids who taught us a little bit of a war cry, so just a little tribute to those guys.